Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. In today's video I will be creating a monthly budget for the month of July, so let's get right into it. So this video is a little bit different of a format. I used to do these videos a while back, and I'm bringing them back because I do want to help people get organized with their finances, and I thought the best way to do that is to actually show you how I create a monthly budget every single month for myself. So I have a budgeting workbook. I actually use my own personal workbook right here, and I actually list out all of my bills, expenses, and things like that on the undated monthly calendar. But for the sake of this video and to make it easier and where I can keep everything organized, I'm going to be using my Happy Planner because I don't really use the monthly calendar portion of my Happy Planner. So this will be a great idea where I can actually show you guys my budget for the month of July and how I actually create it without having so many different notebooks and things like that. So the first step in how I create my monthly budget is I list out all of the dates from the month that I'm working in. So we are in July. The dates are already printed for me. The next thing I do is I list out all of my bills. I put the minimum payments amounts, and I put it on the date that it's due. So I'm going to go back to my monthly calendar on my workbook, and I'm just going to go ahead and list everything that you see here on here. Now, once I have listed out all of my bills, the next thing I'm going to do is list out all of my expenses this month. So some of my expenses include food, gas, summer camp for my son, and that's pretty much it. So these are my for sure bills and expenses that I have to pay every single month in the month of July. I'm so glad that this is the last month for summer camp. As you can see, I paid $250 a week, $1,000 a month. I'm going to try and see if I can keep him out this week because I actually think school starts back on the 7th, if I'm not mistaken. And if that is the case, I'm going to see if I can have my son sit out for that last week, or I may have to go ahead and pay for summer camp the week of the 31st. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. For now, I'm just going to leave it out. But this is all of my bills and expenses. The next thing I like to do is go ahead and write down my paydays, so that way I can get an accurate or a budgeted amount for my income. So I'm paid every other Friday. I'm a USPS mail carrier. My next payday is on the 7th and the 21st. So I normally budget my paychecks at the lowest amount that I've ever received, which is $1,500. However, last month I generated over $4,300. So I think I'm gonna make the same amount this month, being that I'm working the same amount of hours, actually more hours this month, because I really don't have any leave planned this month. So this month I plan on being at work, getting some overtime, things like that. So I'm going to budget my monthly income to be $4,000. Even though I know that I made $4,300 last month, I still like to go with a low amount. That way I know that at least I can make that low amount, and if I make anything extra, then I can put that towards the other things that I want to get, such as my wants and extra debt payment. So I'm going to use the note section on my Happy Planner, and I'm going to put budgeted income, and I'm going to say $4,000. So the next thing I do is, actually, when I'm paid, I do what you call a paycheck budget. And what a paycheck budget is just basically you getting paid and you're paying all of the bills and taking care of all of your expenses up until the next time that you're paid. How I do this is I highlight my paydays. So basically the last paycheck that I was paid on the 23rd of May, it is gonna take care of all of these bills and expenses up until the next time that I'm paid. Then once I'm paid on Friday, which is this paycheck right here, I'm gonna be taking care of all of these bills and expenses up until the next time that I'm paid. And I forgot to highlight the summer camp on here. And then once I'm paid on the 21st, I'm gonna take care of all of these bills and expenses up until the next time that I'm paid again, which will be August, August 4th. So basically it'll be this bill right here. All of these as well is going to be highlighted green in August. Now, using my budgeting worksheet, I like to give myself monthly money goals. Not all the time are they monetary, but this month everything is monetary because your girl is trying to pay down her credit cards so that I could increase my credit score so that I can purchase a home. I'm working with a realtor and a lender who put me in contact with a credit specialist, and she gave me a credit plan. So basically I have to take my name off an authorized user account. I have to settle a money line account that I had a long time ago. And then I have to pay down my credit cards to 5 to 10%. So the goal is 10%, and they want me to work this plan within the next 5 to 6 months. So the next 5 to 6 months, that puts me at pretty much at the end of the year. I really think I can do it. So my goal for this month of July is to stay below $3,000 with my bills and expenses, to save at least $500, and to make at least $500 with my budgeting workbook. Like I mentioned before, I do have a budgeting workbook right here that actually gets you organized with your finances. And I'm just going to flip through some pages so you guys can see exactly how it looks. It comes with this cover page along with 6 steps on creating a monthly budget. Then you will actually have this undated monthly calendar where you will fill out and write down your money goals for the month. Then there's a budgeting category worksheet inside. So these are actually my categories for the month of July. Pretty much all the time, these are my same categories. So my categories are rent, utilities, food and gas, subscriptions, debt, saving and investing, extra debt payment, and me. So this is pretty much all of my budgeting categories. The next worksheet is a monthly view of your bills and expenses and everything that you plan on spending this month. So basically you will look back at your undated monthly calendar and you can look at your budgeting categories. I do mine by the budgeting categories so that I won't be writing a whole lot over here. And I just basically write down my categories on the monthly worksheet, and I actually put my budget amount, and then when I come back at the end of the month I can write down my actuals. The next worksheet is a paycheck worksheet, and this worksheet allows me to plan out my paycheck. So just like how you have saw me highlight all of the bills here, I'm going to write down what I plan my check to be. So if I'm budgeting $2,000 per paycheck, I'm going to use $2,000, and I'm going to list out all of the bills and expenses that I have for that paycheck up until the next time that I'm paid. And I'm going to put the budgeted amount. And then once that day actually comes and I make a payment on that particular expense or bill, I'm going to write in my actuals. And then on Thursday, right before I'm paid again, I'm going to take my income minus my bills and expenses and see what I actually have left. So this is the paycheck worksheet. I have 2 for the month of July because I get paid twice. And this is where I'm going to write down every single transaction that clears through my banking account. This allows me to see exactly where my money is going. I go back to my budgeting categories, and once I start spending money, I give it a color. So if I'm paying rent, then I'm going to write rent, and I'm going to highlight it in that highlighter yellow. If I'm spending money on utilities, I'm going to highlight it in green. If I see that there's no color, then I know that I'm doing a lot of shopping for fun for myself. If I see a lot of yellow, then I know I'm paying extra debt payment compared to blue, which is just debt payments. And then my most important worksheet of them all is my debt tracker. This is where I'm keeping track of my credit card payments, how much I'm paying, my balances and things like that. I've already made payments in the month of June. I'm just waiting on Capital One payment to come through and see how much I'm actually going to send over there and stuff like that, so I can update the ending balance there. But this is a debt tracker, and it allows you to just track your payments and see what your balances are. And then my last worksheet is a budget overview. This worksheet you will complete at the end of the month, and this worksheet will actually tell you how much income you made for the month, how much you actually spent, how much you saved. You can write down some challenges that you have had this month. You can write down your accomplishment and what you learned about yourself and your money, because I've learned that every single time that I do a budget, it doesn't even matter if I'm experienced or when I wasn't experienced, I've always learned something new about myself with my money. And then I actually write down what I plan on doing for the following month. So that's pretty much how I create my monthly budget. I just list all of my bills and expenses on an undated monthly calendar. I highlight all of my paychecks and what I'm going to be paying with the paychecks. And then once I'm actually paid, I actually break all of those paychecks down into what I plan on spending for that month and what I actually plan on sending towards extra debt payments, since that is one of my goals, is to get these credit cards paid down so that I can get an increase of my credit score. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope this video brought you some value. Hopefully you can go ahead and create you a monthly budget for the month of July if you haven't already. I will leave the link to my budgeting worksheet down below in the description box, along with an Amazon link for a Happy Planner if you do decide to purchase a Happy Planner instead of the worksheet. I will leave the link to it down below as well. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.